So good morning. You guys saw I got up super early in the last clip. It was like 4 a.m. when I started reading, and my husband was sleeping, and I don't know. It was great. It was fun because I finished a book already, and it's 8:30. I actually finished it like 10 minutes ago, but I had to get myself together, come downstairs, put my teapot on so that I can make some tea, and I'm going to write a quick review real quick, and then I am going to get back to listening to the second book, and that is going to be, I'm going to go for a long one this time, and go for The Wall of Winnepeg and Me by Mariana Zapata. At some point, I am going to take my hair down because it's looking all kinds of crazy, and I'm just like, ugh, I'm a little over it. I think I want to let my hair breathe for a little while with my fro, and then I will go get it braided again. Sorry about the lighting. I don't usually record upstairs. It's all gloomy outside. My poor swim moms are chilling in the probably coolness with a little sprinkle going on, and I'm sitting in my house reading. It's great. So, Recklessly Royal by Nichole Chase. It was a cute book. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, so it says that Catherine has spent her life being the perfect princess. She's kept her hands clean, head down, and most important, men at arm's length. So, yeah. She's very sweet. I loved her. She was super sassy. She found herself in this book, and I really enjoy that. Okay, that was just a quick check-in. I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'll check in again. But that means I have, if you've been watching my Instagram stories, I have 4 hours of reading done. Yay. Look at me like that. Gosh. So the man in my life is, well, one of the men in my life is making me adult. As you can see, my t-shirt says adulting, hashtag it. So we have to go to the grocery store, and I'm being made to go to the grocery store in the middle of 24 and 48. So I'm taking my Kindle with me, and hopefully I can get like 30 minutes in, maybe, in between. I'm not taking any audiobooks with me because that would require me to take my Kindle Fire, and I don't feel like doing that. So that's not going to happen. So I'm off to the grocery store right now. And it's raining, and it's gloomy, and I'm not very happy. See? Rain, gloom, bad. I am back from doing the adult thing that I've been told that I had to do. Groceries are put away, and I did manage to get an hour's worth of reading done while I was out, which was Dr. Fellatio by Stella, and we just got to a really good part in that book, and I'm super excited to complete it. So that's what I have been doing, and now I get to plug in and listen to more of The Wall of Winnepeg. I am having a little issue with that story because it's very interesting in that it continues to talk about the main male character as being a mountain of a man and how big he is and things like that. So I'm just like, can we... It's 3 chapters in, and I'm like, okay, I get that he's a really big, muscular football player, and he has these special needs of being a vegan, but not really being a vegan. He just doesn't eat animal products, which is, like, really weird for me, and I'm just like, how does that work? Oh, my God. I don't know. It's a lifestyle choice whatever people want to do and whatever characters want to do. But I've been told that it is a slow burn, so I just need to hold on for that ride, and hopefully I can put past the whole big man of a man. And it's still raining, which means it's crap outside for lighting. I don't think you guys can see it. And if I go that way, it's going to be like super dark, so I won't do that. I'll stay in the light, which means I'll have to stay in my kitchen for the rest of this, which is like 30 seconds away. So yeah, I'm done adulting for today. And it's like 4:30 in the afternoon, which means I have the rest of the evening to do Readathon. Readathon stuff. Yep, that's what's going to happen. Going back to my books. Gotta go do the parenting thing. Doing the parenting thing. Really? Really? I've been up since 5 a.m. and I am clocked in at 18 hours for the readathon, so that means I only have 6 left. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that my husband will let me listen to this book on our way to get our kid, which is about an hour and a half away, so that knocks on to another hour and a half of reading, and then another hour and a half on the way back if traffic's not bad. But of course it's DC traffic, so traffic's bound to be bad. And then him complaining about people driving and, you know, things like that. It's always nice. Why are you looking at me like that? He's ready to go. He's telling me I need to stop this madness. As you can see, I took my hair down. I'm going to have to figure out when I'm going to go get it done again because I can't deal with it. So it's not even been 24 hours since I took my hair out, and I need to get it done. I can't do with this fro. It needs to be braided at all times, or else I'm going to shave it off again. But you guys aren't going to see a wrap-up video because I'm in the middle of a readathon, so the wrap-up video will be on Tuesday. Probably when you see this on Thursday, I'm thinking I'll probably post this. I'll be in the midst of another readathon, but that one is going to be a week-long readathon, 7 and 7. So, yeah. Being that I only have to read 7 things, there aren't any challenges or anything like that. Just reading 7 things is not going to be a hard task for me, especially since I have audiobooks, and audiobooks are my friend. So, he's getting ready to leave without me, so I will see you guys later for another check-in because, yeah. So this is another check-in for 24 and 48. I'm sitting in my chair. I've actually already completed the challenge of reading for 24 hours. I successfully did that at let's see. I hit 24 hours at 7:30 this evening. Bam, there's my 24-hour check-in. 7:39, I had actually read 24 hours starting from midnight. I did read a couple more, I want to say another like 45 minutes or something like that, in the Wall of Winnepeg and Me, and I'm finally starting to enjoy that book. I finished my second book, which was Dr. Fellatio, and that was an ARC that I received. It will go in as my first book for the next week. So since 24 and 48 isn't over technically until midnight tonight, 11:59, you guys probably won't be seeing this compilation of videos until Tuesday. I think that's when I said I was gonna go ahead and put that together. But yeah, I really enjoyed myself, and my family asked me a very interesting question about how I was able to do 24 and 48 or 24 hours without it being completely time consuming. I mean, you guys saw I went to grocery shopping, and I went and picked up my kid. We dropped him off beforehand. Yeah, we dropped him off last week, so I didn't have to worry about him. But, you know, getting up early, reading, things like that, that's how I do it. Yay. I can't wait. I will check in with you guys probably tomorrow with my final thoughts and clippets and things like that for this readathon. It has been an amazing time, so much fun. 2.5 books completed, and I will let you guys know all about that tomorrow. 24 and 48 is over. Readathon. I completed the 24 hours plus about, I think it was what, 30 something minutes. Of course you can see the picture there of how many minutes and hours and things like that that I completed. That was over the weekend. It was the ending of my kid-free week, culmination all together. I had planned to read 5 different things, but I got through 2.5 things that only one of them was on my list. So I guess I'll just wrap it up for you guys, what I read, what I didn't read, all that good stuff. You can always go back and check out my TBR for 24 and 48 to see the 5 books that I was supposed to read and the books that I did read and completed the challenge to complete 24 hours worth of reading over 48 hours, over 2 days. And that is, the first book was Recklessly Royal by Nichole Chase. I really enjoyed this book. I gave this book 4 stars, I believe it was. I guess I probably should have wrote that down too. But I gave it 4 stars, and then I moved on to an arc that I had, which was Dr. Fellatio by Stella. I absolutely love this book. Oh my goodness. So with the name Dr. Fellatio, you would think it would be something seedy and things like that. But oh no, oh no. This is the 3rd book that I've read from the writing duo of Steffi Walls and Letty Harper, and I absolutely adored this book. I mean, I was like in love with our main male character, Chris, right off the bat. Loved him as soon as I started the book. Got my heart broken right at the beginning of the book. And then I proceeded to laugh my butt off. Oh my goodness. And then, you know, Fate is this like serious bitch. She just gets in there and does things. So you have Chris, who is in love with his college sweetheart, Lexi, and then Fate wants the 2 of them to break up. Well, it doesn't want them, but pretty much has them break up. They spend years apart, although you find out going through this journey that things aren't always as they seem, and Fate has a stinking crazy way of bringing people back together. And that's what this story is. It's a second chance love story. It's a rom-com. The secondary characters are freaking hilarious as well, and I just absolutely love this book. You guys will probably be hearing about this one again in my weekly wrap-up, but yes, loved this book. Loved, loved, loved. So as soon as it's released, which it hasn't been, it releases this week, as a matter of fact. Probably after you guys see this video, but before you see the weekly wrap-up with it in it, yeah, go out, find out how you can get this book because it's amazing. And then I got 26% of the way into the Wall of Winnepeg and Me, Mariana, Zapata. Wow, I know why that hurt so bad to get through. But this book, I was like, ugh, do I really need to continue to hear about how big this guy is? And they just kept, in the beginning there, I was like, oh, ooh. And then I talked to one of my booktube pals, Bree. She was like, just hang on tight to it. She does refer to him as Big Man quite a bit in the story, but it gets better. And I will say, even though it's after the 48 hours of reading and stuff like that, I have been continuing on, and this book rolled over into another readathon, which I'll tell you about in a second. And yes, I'm really, really loving this book now. So, as I said, that wraps up everything for 24 and 48. Woke up this morning and decided to go ahead and join in the 7 and 7 readathon. And I didn't do a TBR for this, and I'm not going, this, I guess you can say that this is the TBR sort of thing for it. But 7 Read 7 things in 7 days. And it's hosted by Lala from Books and Lala, Ashley, Riley, Lindsay, and Max. And it runs from July the 23rd through the 29th. And it's using these hashtags. And you can find this also at Twitter under this. The whole point to this readathon is to read 7 things. It also has challenges, but you don't necessarily have to do the challenges because reading 7 things, newspapers, magazines, books, audiobooks, all of that may not fit into these categories or these challenges. But the challenges are read something that has yellow on the cover, read something outside of your normal reading or comfort zone, read a book that starts with your first initial of your first name, I guess. Read something outside or read a book that takes place outside. Read something and make up a food or drink to go with the book, I guess, is what I'm thinking. And then the 7th challenge is to read something that takes place in your hometown or by an author from your hometown. I picked a few things that I don't necessarily know if I'm going to go ahead and read these things, but could quite possibly get read this week. And for yellow cover, I am reading The Wall of Winnepeg and Me by Mariana Zapata, and as you can see, it has yellow on the cover. For something that's outside of my normal comfort zone, I am a little leery about this one. It's a toss-up between this graphic novel of Something New, Tales from a Makeshift Bride by Lucy Kinsey. And this is outside of my normal reading zone because it's a graphic novel. This also happens to be a very chunky one. So I don't know if I'm going to read this or if I'm going to read this other graphic novel called The Backstagers by James Tyon IV, Rain Sai, and Walter Beaumont. Yeah. Rebels Without an Applause. I believe this is a M&M graphic novel. Not exactly sure. We will see. This one is much shorter, as you can see, so I probably might read this one. For read something that starts with the first letter of my initials, I'm going to go with Someone Else's Ocean by Kate Stewart. I have received this as an ARC, so I'm super excited to read that book. To read something set outside, because it's raining in my area and it's going to be raining all week long, so I'm not reading outside. I'm going to try and read Station 11 by Emily St. John Michael. Let me know down in the comments if this doesn't actually take place outside. The only reason I put this one in this category is because, if I'm not mistaken, it's post-apocalyptic and they're living in tents. So that kind of constitutes as living outside or taking place outside in my book. To read something and make up a food or drink to represent the book. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that one, but I do have this graphic novel called Relish, My Life in the Kitchen by Lucy Kinsey. And this all takes place in the kitchen. And it says, step aside, joy of cooking. Allison Belch, author of Fun Home, has written that little sort of tag right there. So I believe it has something to do with kitchen stuff and food. And I think that might be fun. I mean, just flipping through it, it looks like a food book. So we're going to go with that for this category. And then finally, read something that takes place in my hometown or by an author from my hometown. I am still on the fence about. I put that out on Twitter. So if you follow me on Twitter, please go answer that question on my Twitter. If you know anyone or an author or book that takes place in either Ann Arbor, Michigan or Boise, Idaho, it would be greatly appreciated. So that is my 24 and 48 vlog wrap up and my 7 and 7 semi TBR. Let me know if you're joining or if you joined either one of those readathons down in the comments section. Let me know what you think about my books that I've picked out.
As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a feedback form down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. Thank you for watching, and we will see you guys later.